Sup, guys? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Two Honks podcast, the only podcast on the internet. My name is Joe Little, and sitting across from me on his laptop this evening is Lamar Caston. How are we today, Lamar Caston?
You know what? I am doing better now.
You're doing better now.
I have been through the ringer since the last episode.
Yep.
A lot of things have happened. Mm-hmm. The world has spun around a couple times. Mm-hmm. I have done things since then. Mm-hmm. I got the Rona.
Yeah.
At one point in that span of time.
That happened.
You know, a lot of people said that it wasn't real. A lot of people said it was a fake thing.
Yeah.
But I got something.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't
it hit you.
Wasn't great.
Yeah, you got the gravy kicked out of you there.
I didn't like it.
You got the gravy kicked out of you.
I had to quarantine myself from my friends.
Exactly. And, well, you know,
it's hard.
You were supposed to go to a musical gathering of sorts, and you did not you did not get to go. You did not get to go this time.
I did not get to do that party.
Yeah.
But I'm better. And this is our 60th episode.
This is episode
I want to go ahead
60.
I want to go ahead and just say that we're proud of it.
We're real proud of it. Dead ass.
We're super proud.
Dead ass, bro.
And
dead ass.
I didn't think we'd make it to 60, honestly.
I didn't think we'd make it either. I didn't think we were going to get 60 before I left town.
You are leaving town, and that's something else we have not discussed.
We haven't discussed this.
I didn't know we were allowed to talk about that.
And we don't know what we're going to do yet.
Yeah.
Cuz we're authentic guys.
We're pretty real people.
We're really authentic guys. And authentic guys don't like doing virtual podcasts.
Right.
But
exactly.
I think we might make an exception for our authenticity. Yo. Yeah. And, you know, it's just like, I think that our authenticity can shine through any virtual podcast. I really do. I really do. But the other idea that we had was that we were going to both do a spin-off podcast where we're solo podcasting.
You might be moving. Is that right?
Yes.
Just to clear things up here.
I'm going to be moving.
You might, probably you will be, but you might not. You're definitely going to, but you might not.
I'm going to move to the state of Oklahoma.
Okay.
And you're going to stay here in the state of Oregon.
Oregon.
I
might.
And okay, so if you're not
I don't like it.
Good at maps, if you're not good at if you're not good at knowing where stuff is,
right.
Okay?
Where is it?
If you're not good at that, those are two places that are very far apart from each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So we could do this virtually. We could do virtual episodes.
Right.
We could
not
fly back and forth every now and then. We could do an episode every 2 to 3 months.
Right.
In person.
That's 4 eps a year.
To maintain our authentic. It's going to take us a long time to get to 100 episodes if we do it that way. I'll tell you that much right now.
It's going to be a long road.
I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, I'm not pleased with this situation, but I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just take care of that.
You're a big man.
I'm going to take care of my emotions, my emotional response to that.
Yeah.
As a grown-up.
Exactly.
An adult.
And I respect you. I respect you for doing that.
I want to fight you, but I won't.
You as an adult for being an adult. And if you're an adult and I'm an adult, then we're both adults. And if everybody's an adult, then we can all be adults.
Can everybody be an adult?
Can we all just be adults now?
Yeah.
When did we stop being adults?
When did we not grow up?
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Yeah. Why did we stop growing up?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I wish I did. I wish there was some kind of wisdom I could impart there.
I love that harmony.
Isn't that a good one?
And the thing is, we're here doing this, and we've got a soundboard in the middle of us, and we've been making sound banks.
We've been
making sound banks,
popping them off.
We've been popping them off. There's cool little harmonies.
That's a nice one.
That's us. That's us right there. We also made this one.
That's fresh content.
Yeah, fresh content. We also made this.
So
and
beautiful.
That was my favorite.
So beautiful. It's like
beautiful.
angels
Yeah.
fallen from heaven. It's like angels being shot
But yeah.
and falling from the sky.
But yeah, I don't know. I think we want to know what the listeners think.
Yeah, why don't you guys...
We want to understand
send us...
what you guys think.
2xbox@gmail.com. Let us know what you would like to see from us in the future. Do you want us to see us do a virtual podcast?
Yeah.
Because if we have any demand for this, we will do it.
Yeah.
We have been doing this for no reason.
No reason at all.
With no content for over a year now.
Exactly.
So we're not going to stop if
we've been come at work.
We don't want to.
If we keep this going through the spring,
yeah,
then we're talking about 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years, 2 honks.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Yeah. So if we make it
2 years on a 2 honks podcast, that's a baker's dozen in the 4th dimension, if you ask me.
We might not make it through this summer because of this heat wave. Can we talk about this for a second?
Can we talk about this? Is anybody talking about this?
I haven't heard a single person mention this heat
wave.
Are
we not allowed to talk about this?
As people are listening to this, they're probably like, what heat wave?
Yeah.
That was so long ago because it ended yesterday.
Exactly.
But I'm still hot from it.
I'm still very hot.
I'm hot.
Right now it's hotter than a bag of wool socks in a bag of wool socks.
It's hotter than a lamb brisket wearing wool socks.
It's hotter than a bag of brisket bundles begging barley to build better bundles of brass.
It's hotter than a sack full of kittens in Boise, Idaho.
It's hotter than a bucket of noodles in a Chinese restaurant.
A boiler of burritos at a bunk shack.
It's hotter than a Build-A-Bear in Vietnam.
Yeah. It is, first of all. I think we broke some records here. Nobody wants to talk about that either, but
yeah.
I think it's hot now.
Yeah.
And it was very hot.
Can we talk about Nam?
I don't want to. I prefer not to.
When I was I will say that I'm just going to say one thing about Nam.
Okay, well, you get one thing you can say.
This might be controversial, okay? But when I was a child,
we're not going to talk about Nam for the whole podcast.
We're not going to talk about Nam for the whole podcast. But when I was a child, I thought Vietnam was a war and not a country. I thought it was only a war. I thought it was a word that was made up for a war.
I went to Nam.
I didn't know until I was like 18 that Vietnam was a country on
right.
a map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
I think.
A lot of people don't know that. And if you're learning that for the first time,
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
That's what we're here for.
Go ahead and drop a comment down below. Like and subscribe. Click here to subscribe to this channel.
Hit the bell notification if you can, and just
bell notification icon.
Tell your friends about it also, because
share it with your good buddies.
It's great that you're listening to this, whoever you are.
Yeah.
It's probably me or Joe, who I'm talking to.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it's not Joe or I or me, then tell your friends about it. If you are having fun, if you're not having fun, why are you even listening to this?
Yeah, exactly. You better be having fun.
If you're
I hope you're having a good time right now.
I hope you're having fun, and I hope you're driving slowly in your car, because everybody can't be a bad driver, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Why would you want to be a bad driver?
Is everybody a bad driver now?
Why is everybody a bad driver?
Why is everybody so angry when they drive now? Have you noticed that?
Why is that? Maybe it's because they're hot.
Do you think it's the heat?
Do you think that people's air conditioning isn't working?
Maybe that's what's going on.
Maybe they don't have AC.
Maybe it's simple.
Maybe it's a simple solution. You know what? We should charge the AC because
Charge it up.
we're car guys.
We're big car guys.
We're big car guys.
We're big old car guys.
We're big on cars.
A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, we charge AC units.
I do it all the time. I do it every day.
We build cars.
I subtract them. I add them. I subtract them. I charge them.
Yep, you charge them.
Yeah.
I build cars. I build wheels.
First you drain it, then you charge it.
And then I mold.
You rotate it.
I mold axles. I mold axles for cars.
Some people mold wine. You mold
I mold
axles.
I mold axles.
Yeah. You want to rotate that and flip it. If you're doing a rear to the front, depends
Yeah.
on the passenger side.
Exactly.
Take that around to the side of the other car.
If the rear passenger side has a negative big dime coefficient,
yeah.
then that means the rear mold web line will never attach to the exiting receptacle.
Especially if the sealant is subtracted from that. If the
Exactly.
molding is worn, if it's sheared throughout it, then the webbing will not hold.
Yeah.
And the water gets in there.
If you're opening it and it's green and the sealant is green, that means that you fried the axle and you have to remold it. You have to mull it.
Yeah.
You have to mull it over.
You want to top that off.
You're going to want to top that off.
Top it off.
Really,
If you
for
don't,
the
you're going to
most
have to lop it off.
And a lot of people don't know this about charging the AC system.
Yeah, it's simple.
It's really simple. And I just feel like if you're listening to this podcast and you're in your car and you're hot and you don't have AC, just heed what we said there.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
You're gonna have to mull the axle unit in the AC capsule.
Steep your cloves in garlic.
Exactly.
And I use the cup holder. It comes out of the dashboard in my model.
Yeah.
But in yours, it might be a standalone.
And it's a backwards wind. If it's a forwards wind, you're driving something before 1977,
right?
And that means you're not. Nope. That means no.
Your crankshaft's probably blown out.
Yeah, crankshaft isn't going to mold.
If that's true.
And the sealant screen, you're not going to mold, and that's why people don't have AC in their cars.
Yeah. I wish more people understood that.
I wish there was an easier way to explain it.
It's hard if you don't know the terms.
Yeah.
It's hard to really get people to wrap their heads around it.
I'm really good at explaining stuff.
You did the best that anybody could do, and it's still probably confusing to some people because they don't have the knowledge.
Exactly.
And that's not their fault.
Exactly.
It's
not their fault that we live in a country that doesn't, we're not interested we're not interested in this country.
Yeah.
We're not interested in you knowing stuff.
Yes.
We're not in it. We're not in it for you
exactly
to be a winner in this country. You know what?
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with this country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in this country, if you're you're losing, you're a loser.
Yeah.
And you've lost. That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's what they want in this country.
Yeah.
But in this country, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit idly by and just let them do that. And let them do that. Yeah, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. So go out there and be a winner because you're a winner. You're a winner.
Dead ass, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dead ass.
Now that the heat wave's over, maybe you don't need to charge it.
If there were more winners out there, it might not be so hot right now.
Might not, yeah.
You know,
might not be.
That's what's wrong with that. It's the death of the American family.
Exactly.
I want to sit at the dinner table with the kids.
The kids don't even know what
the kids.
No cap, bro. The kids don't even have. They use their iPads as a table now.
They're using their iPads.
It's like a little miniature table.
Nobody's talking about.
When I was a kid, we didn't have iPad neck.
We didn't.
Can we talk about that?
We didn't do that.
If you grow up as a kid now, you've got iPad neck. By the time you're age 4, you can't even lift your head up to see this guy.
And you're having problems with your number 1 vertebrae.
Yeah, your C7 is slipped out. Your L5 is about to explode.
Yeah.
And you're not even 10 years old yet.
And you got to get a T25 to fix in the axle of your CV joints.
By the time you're in your 20s, if you're a kid today, you can't even walk anymore because you can't even look at the sky.
Yeah.
You can't even see the trees.
Yeah.
Because they're gone. They're dead.
Yeah.
And your neck is broken.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and kids out there, they're not sitting at the dinner. They're not sitting at the dinner table, and they're breaking their necks when they're 5.
Slam the iPads.
Why are we breaking our necks at 5?
What do you think is what's the next evolution here? Because we got
it's just so sad that the children have to be the pawns,
right?
You know,
and we're paying for it too.
We got to be the pawns, and my tax dollars are paying for it.
Oh, you better believe that.
I'm paying for the kids.
You sus, big dog.
I'm paying for the kids to learn about
dead ass, bro. Kind of sus, bro.
Learn about bestiality in kindergarten,
right?
And that's what that's what they want the kids to learn now. Did you hear about this? Bro.
I heard about it.
Did you hear about how they're trying to normalize the kids doing that?
I heard something.
Talking about the animals.
I heard you just now said something.
Yeah, they were talking about that.
Dead no cap, ass. Big dead ass party, bruh. Is dead ass, bro. I think dead ass. As our podcasts go on, I feel like we're getting to the point. Maybe it was the 50th episode was probably the most unlistenable. I
think that was the tipping point.
Now I think they're unlistenable, which is good.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. By the way, we're back in the studio here. You guys
back in this beautiful.
Are unable to see that, but we are in the studio. We've done a bunch of remote locations recently.
Remote locate. I love it. I'm loving the remote locations, but I like being back in the studio.
Back in this beautiful apartment with a menagerie of plants and flowers.
We were talking about how we're 400 feet away from a mammary market.
There's a mammary meat market down the street.
Marlin's Mammaries and Meats.
So all you can eat meat down there.
Yeah, it's a big meat counter. Marlin's running it.
Buy a honk, you get 5 honks for free on Tuesdays.
Steve Fisher is still doing the fish market.
Yeah, the fish man. That's what I call him.
He's a fish guy.
He's a fishman.
He's a fish person, and when you're a fish guy, not much else matters. You don't worry about the heat when you're a fish guy.
Do you remember in the ancient times when there were humans that had bird heads?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
Yeah.
If you could, I mean, I guess you couldn't fly, or do they have wings too?
I don't think that humans with bird heads had wings.
Yeah.
The body
probably be better if they did.
The body does not support flight. The body,
because our bodies are so full of blood.
There's no feathers on the body.
We're big old blood bags.
You could put the body. You could put the feathers on the wings.
You could put the body. You could put the body on another apparatus.
Yeah.
That flies.
You could do that.
Do you think that the human body is just too dense?
Yeah.
We're just too dense.
Yes.
We're dense.
Dead ass.
People.
Yes.
We are a dense.
Dead ass.
We are a dense species.
We are dense.
Aren't we dense?
We're dense. Are you dense?
I'd rather be dense.
Are you dense?
Are you dense?
Well, and I am negative flamboyant.
You're negative.
I'm negative. I don't float in water.
You're not
float.
You're not buoyant.
I'm not.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm negative buoyant. I'm negative flamboyant.
I think flamboyant has to do with fire, doesn't it?
It doesn't.
Flambe.
You don't go up in flames.
Is that a flambe?
What is negative flamboyant? Does that mean you don't burst into flames?
Self-immolant. Self-immolation.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. You're not an immolation person.
Exactly.
You're from Reno.
And that's exactly what's wrong with this country.
You're not.
That's exactly what's wrong with America right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much sums that up.
That's where the disparities are.
Here's something that I really wanted to talk about, and I think this could be a whole episode.
Okay.
We hear a lot about people regurgitating things.
Yes.
Everybody, every day.
Yes.
Every single day.
Yes.
I'm walking down the street. I'm hearing strangers talking about how they just regurgitated a burger or whatever.
Yes.
Or an ice cream cone.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Any kind of American food. A French fry. Maybe a whole bag of French fries.
Yep.
You're regurgitating them.
Yep.
There's a lot of questions that immediately pop to my mind.
Yes.
Why are you regurgitating all this food that you probably spent money on?
When did I gurgitate?
That's the second thing. When did I gurgitate this food?
If I'm regurgitating, it means I must have gurgitated.
Did you gurgitate?
Are you gurgitating right now?
When's the last time you, the listener, has personally gurgitated?
Go ahead and leave us a comment down below. Like this video and subscribe.
Send it to us podcast. Leave a comment. Let us know.
Let us know.
What you gurgitate.
When you gurgitated. How do you gurgitate?
Everybody's different.
Where do you have a place? Do you have a place that you gurgitate?
Where do you do it? How do you do it? When do you do it?
Why?
Why do you do it? Why do you do that?
But why?
And if you do gurgitate, do you do it again and call it a regurgitation?
Yes.
Because that's what I really want to know.
Yes.
If you're doing it once, why are you doing it again?
Exactly.
And then why is it going the other direction?
Why would you need to gurgitate and then regurgitate? I thought gurgitating was not a fun thing to do.
It goes in, it comes out. It goes in, it comes out.
Not a good thing to do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad taught me that food goes in the mouth.
Yes.
And then it comes out the butt.
Yes.
But apparently when you regurgitate, it comes out the mouth instead. And that's not okay. You're losing money. Okay. You're going to probably burn your esophagus. It's going to get clogged off. You're going to get it lodged in your esophagus.
Topped off at the top of this esophagus.
In this fiscal time.
Popped off his top and scoffed at Scott.
In this fiscal economy.
Yeah.
In this time, this trying, difficult time.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be regurgitating your money.
Exactly.
All over the place.
You're regurgitating your money. You're trying to circulate money into the economy. I get it. I get it. Your heart's in a good place. Your heart's in a good place and you want to regurgitate. But that's exactly what's wrong with this country.
Your heart is in your chest cavity, which is a good place for it to be.
That's a bad thing that's happening in the country.
You don't want your heart to be somewhere else.
And we're just the values, the family values, the values. They're going away from the country.
Right.
The country is not doing well.
The food should be in your stomach, and then it comes out your butt.
What are we doing in this country?
And if you put money in your pockets, you want the money to stay in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to just flip
You're circulating your money in your pocket.
You don't eat it and then poop it out of your mouth.
You know what? Buying things, okay, and then throwing them in the river, that's what makes you happy. And not anybody, nobody's, why isn't anybody talking about this?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
I've gone this entire time in my life and nobody has ever talked about gurgitating.
33 years old, which is the age of Christ, by the way.
Right. You're basically the same person.
I really am. And they're not saving the country. You're not saving the country. It's going to hell in a handbasket. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with the kids.
Yep.
You don't give them any motivation.
The kids are gurgitating everywhere.
You don't give them any motivation. You tell them to just gurgitate everything.
They got iPad neck and they can't keep their food in their mouths.
And they're popping off. Nobody's sitting with them at the dinner table.
Their necks formed in such a way that they can't even gurgitate properly because of the iPad neck.
Ass. Exactly.
So you got a crooked bird neck.
Yeah.
You can't eat your food, and you're baby birding the food.
Yeah.
Now because you can't even swallow.
Because your children have an iPad neck.
Yeah.
Because you can't be bothered to spend a little time with them.
I want to get that looked at.
They just want to play with you.
Okay, we're going to take a little break.
and we're back. Dead ass.
We have been talking...
Dead ass.
Talking a lot about money here and how to save it. That's something that I think
Dodecahedrons.
every American can appreciate that, even if you're not American.
Chronological hedrons.
If you're an American who's not an American, I think you can appreciate what we're about to talk about here.
John Brondrosky dodecahedrons.
Granachologicans.
Drongels. Barry Drongels. But yeah, we've been talking about... Well, we've been working on this. We've been working on a big thing.
We've been doing some research.
We've been doing a lot of research, and it's a new thing.
May have heard about it.
That's going on out there, and it's an investment platform, I guess, and it's called cryptocurrency. Okay?
I've heard of it.
And cryptocurrency is a big deal, apparently. Okay? Not a lot of people have heard about this, but apparently, there's people out there making money on this. They're making money out there.
I've heard about it.
And it's booming right now.
Do you think it's too late to get in on this?
I don't think it's too late.
Do you think we should try it?
I think it's time to do it.
Okay.
Because I'm just going to give you...
Well, here's my issue with crypto, and I don't want to jump in here, but I don't understand it. I've invested all of my savings in it.
Exactly.
I don't understand anything about it.
You don't have to understand anything.
I don't even like it.
I've put my entire savings into it. That doesn't mean I have to know anything about it.
Really?
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And you know what? How about I invest the way that I want to? You know, I've been getting a lot of criticism about this. How about I invest by my standards? I'm going to invest by my standards. And I just wanted to give you a quick rundown, a quick kind of explanation.
Oh, okay. You're going to explain it for us?
Of how cryptocurrency works.
Okay. That might help us out here a little bit.
So first, you got your digital gold. And that's when your forks get a Genesis block.
Right.
And that's when the coins blockchain the block. And that's how you get Bitcoin. Okay?
It sounds like a bear trap to me. Is it a bear trap?
A bear trap and a bear market are two different things. A bear trap gets a cold wallet in cold storage. And that's when mining your market capitalization puts hash in your half wallet. In your hot wallet, half wallet, that's when halving happens.
Yes.
And that's when the Genesis blocks gas your forks and they exchange Ethereum for digital gold. And that's when decentralized applications make an initial coin offering.
Oh, now, I get it now.
Now, at the initial coin offering, you'll start to notice that your nodes are giving you a non-fungible diagnosis of peer-to-peer pubic keys, okay? And when your peer-to-peer pubic keys go to your private key, that's when your smart contracts give a stable coin back to the digital gold. They decentralize the applications, and Coinbase blockchains your block Bitcoin cash in the investment crypto cold wallet. And
that's so simple when you say it like that.
It's so simple.
You know?
And, you know, everybody's confused by this, but people are making money.
Right.
And this is when... You know, this is when I guess things might get a little more advanced.
Now, I just want to talk for a second. You were speaking earlier about the Lightning Network.
Yes.
And the initial coin offering.
Yes.
Does that affect your hashing power? If you're trying to go to the moon, as they say, if you're multi-pool mining and you've got the network and the proof of stake, does that require a private key or a peer-to-peer? Is that a nonce node?
Well, that's where you're going to use a wallet token to get your digital fiat on a smart contract. Now, a smart contract is actually a public key on a peer-to-peer NFT node. If you are mining with your market capitalization at the halving hash half wallet, that's when the hot wallet forks the exchange. And digital gold decentralizes applications on a DeFi decentralization cryptocurrency Coinbase.
Oh, okay.
That's when the coins get hot coins and cold coins.
Right.
And they make warm coins.
Oh, that sounds delightful,
And
actually.
warm coins is when you start to make the money.
So you do all that, what you
Yeah.
just said. You test the net. You do the tokenless thing.
Yep.
You get rid of your shit coins. You get into
Exactly.
the sell wall.
And you get the warm coins.
You do the ring signature and you get the Satoshis. And then you do the proof of authority with the hash rate.
Yep.
You do the hard cap with the hard fork, get the Genesis block on your futures contact and the fundamental analysis of the Ethereum. You decrypt that with your deflation. You decentralize it, put it in the ledger, and then you do the block explorer and you check your rewards with the bear trap. Is that right?
Exactly. And you have to look out for dusting attacks because dusting attacks have a huge drawdown on a double spend dot soma Dorian dominance.
Of course.
That's why dolphins don't document the diversification of a disturbed network with distributed ledger technology. That's why distributed ledgers give Elliott waves an email spoofing emission under the double spend attack, and that's when decentralized currencies will collateralize stablecoins and the commingling futures of the comp token composable DeFis. Okay? I know this is getting a little bit more advanced, but try to stick with me, okay?
Right. This is, I wasn't prepared for that level.
This is some serious stuff, man. This is where your accrued income is a liability. Now, liabilities can be good and liabilities can be bad. But no matter what your liabilities, you have to remember that big tech has a big ass spread and a bid price for Beta Rose Biddle.
Is it ass spread?
Ass spread. Big tech has a bid ass spread.
Sounds made up. I'm
on
just a little
Beta's Binance Labs. And that's when Bitcoin improvement proposals will most likely give a consensus to the credit rating risk of the crowd lowdown. And that's when collateral cold wallets change chargeback Chicago. And they're cheering because now they're making money.
So that's all it takes, is what you're telling me. That's all it takes.
All it takes. A couple of things to be aware of. Cryptocurrency is a regulated relay chain that relay nodes resistance retargeting revenues. In a reverse ICO reverse indicator. That's why relay chains rebase recovery seeds when quorums, software wallets, solidarities, source codes, and spots all come together. That's where they come together. That's why the supercomputer that tokenizes carbon credits gives a token swap to the merge. And that's where we're going to need to TLT in crypto. TLT stands for think long term. Think long term. If you're getting in right now, plan on retiring in the year 2030. That's why we're TLT. TLT. Okay?
And it's that simple?
And it's that simple. But you got to beware of zero knowledge proof snarks that will virtual machine yield curves in the farming sensitivity of a confirmation transaction in the middle of a volatility virus, which will validate unstoppable domains. Okay?
Sounds easy.
You
almost.
can't validate unstoppable domains because it's like triple stamping a double stamp. You get a Sybil attack on a symbol in a synthetic asset that tangles the taproot of a smart contract with slippage in a smart token. Are you following me? Are we getting this?
I mean, this is easy for me.
I mean, this is amateur stuff.
Dead ass, bro.
Really.
Yeah.
Really, you know.
Dead ass.
Yeah, you know.
Dead ass.
But that's kind of our first rundown. If you got any questions about cryptocurrency after something like that, you go ahead and leave a comment down below.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to overwhelm.
We don't want to overwhelm you.
People, we might have to do a two-parter with this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go ahead and put all your money in there.
I didn't even get into segregated witness,
Exactly. I thought that ended in the 50s.
Here's the thing. This is the thing with crypto. You don't need to understand it, I put my life savings in there. It doesn't mean I need to know what I'm doing.
And the other thing is your family will probably stop talking to you over this.
Exactly.
Because they're going to be like, hey, what are you doing? You don't understand where you're putting your money. It's just disappearing. But you don't have money to buy food.
You don't need them.
You don't need to listen to what they say.
You don't have to understand them.
You don't need to understand how it works. You just need to know you're going to be a wealthy person.
Exactly.
Eventually. Maybe it might take 100 years.
When you're a wealthy person and you own a bunch of stuff, that's when you don't need people anymore.
You're not going to need your family. You don't need your friends.
You don't need them.
You're in 100 years or more, you will be wealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
A wealthy person.
And it's gonna be
right around the corner.
It's gonna take a couple NFTs.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some stable coins.
A couple NFLs, maybe an NBA.
Yep. It's gonna take a bachelor's, a master's.
Mm-hmm. A couple baseball cards.
Just an old sack of marbles.
Might take a sack of marbles.
Yeah. A couple old trading cards. A few games of poker.
Maybe a little bit of pog. A couple stacks of that.
A little smack.
A slammer.
A little smack in the face.
Do a slammer and a Jim Jam with a packet of bubble gum.
Yep. Get a packet of bubble gum. Get a baseball card and a marble.
Get yourself a slammer and a big old breaker marble.
Yep.
And you should be good after that.
Big breaker marble.
Big old breaker marble.
Big breaker of slam coins.
A slammer marble.
Slam dongles. You
get yourself a Slam Daniels of a marble world.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's going to be able to top that.
Yeah. Sticker pots.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wingdings.
Wingdings.
Girl!